It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's January 11th, 2018, and we're here at the Portland Expo for what is now the second game of a tremendous doubleheader here tonight as the Portland Bulldogs will take on the Red Riots of South Portland. Frank Myatt, Steve Schwartz, Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports. Frank, we just witnessed a heck of a girls' game, and we're in for something tonight now because we have two number one teams. The Red Riots are 7-1. They've lost only to that fantastic Greeley team that I believe has like a 3-year streak going of all wins. And the Dogs, on the other hand, are 7-0. They haven't lost yet.
Well, exactly, Stephen. The last loss they had came to South Portland in this building in the regular season last year. Of course, Portland bouncing back to win their second consecutive state title over South Portland. So these are two teams that are very familiar with each other, their style of play. We should be in for a good one tonight.
Folks, South Portland is led by Noah Malone, who has averaged 16 points a game. They have two others who average double figures. Connor Buckley, 13.5 a game. Liam Coyne, almost 11.5 a game. Lewis Scott is right behind with 7.5. And Riley Hassan has 6. We've seen Riley Hassan before, though. He's a gamer.
Riley Hassan is a player who's going to mop the floor with his jersey. We saw that when he was a sophomore in the state championship game with Amir Moss and Joe Esposito playing double overtime. We've seen it again last year. And, of course, last year, Steve, in the state championship game, South Portland shooting 23% from the floor. Really a ho-hum win for the Bulldogs. But I would certainly expect Coach Millington to have his troops ready to play tonight, try to come out, get some easy shots, gain some momentum, and see if they can dethrone the Dogs.
The Dogs also have 3 figures averaging double figures. Of course, one of the leaders in the state, Teron Moss, 24 points a game. 2 tied at 11.4. Griffin Foley and Trey Ballou. And right behind them is Simon Chadbourne at 9.5 and Manny Ugu with 8. And any one of them can hit a 3. So it should be a really, really exciting game for him.
I agree, Stephen. As we've said earlier, Simon Chadbourne really brings in that ability to stretch the floor. We've seen South Portland play some zone defense in the last 2 years. So if they come out in zone, they're really going to have to keep an eye on Simon Chadbourne, not let him get behind the defense and spot up in the corner for a 3.
Last game, folks, Simon Chadbourne did not suit up. There were 4 Dogs in double figures. Trey Ballou, Griffin Foley, and Teron Moss all had 17. Manny Ugu stepped up with 19 to lead all Portland scorers. Today, Simon Chadbourne is back. He's averaged at least a couple of 3s a game. Should be, again, a very, very exciting matchup. We'll bring you all of the exciting action in a moment.
It's a very old rivalry that dates back to 1912, and this is the 227th game on the team. South Portland 7-1 after one rivalry at 8-0. Here's the starting lineup. South Portland number 33, 6'4", senior Riley Hassan. Lewis. That's all. Number 5'11", Pedro Fonseca. South Portland 6'2", senior Noah Malone. Starting at center for Portland number 23, 6'5", Trey Ballou. That's guard for South Portland 11, 6'2", Liam Coyne. Portland has got number 12, 5'9", senior coach Manny Ugu. And the other side of the guy, South Portland number 1, 5'10", Connor Buckley. Portland number 4, 5'11", senior coach Ron Moss. Henry Lincoln, head coach of South Portland. Joe Wilson at Portland. Full by athletic Ryan Lucas. Our officials for this game, we have Harris, Tom Ray, and they're ready to play ball.
Here we go, folks. Trey Ballou will jump with Scott Lewis.
226 matchup between these two traditional powers. Portland holding the all-time advantage, 123 to 102.
Dorothy, we're not in Sanford anymore.
Absolutely not, Steve, as South Portland controls the tip. Connor Buckley, whose brother Griffin Buckley plays for Portland. It's a little intra-family battle. The Portland ball as Liam Coyne's first shot doesn't fall. Uncontested rebound.
Here's Tehran now.
The South Portland out in what looks like matchup zone.
Inside to Pedro, fights hard, he's
Nice
blocked,
double.
but Trey in there, and he's blocked. The block is Liam Coyne, and he comes up with the ball. And a turnover for South Portland. Looks like Riley Hassan, if memory serves me, and it is. Never sure what kind of hair Riley is going to have.
We've seen it on, we've seen it off, we've seen it long.
Trey Ballou inside. Out
Blue
kicks
nearly
it out.
traveled there. Moss, long range.
Oh, goodness. Giant killer. Tehran Moss for three. Dogs strike first.
Nice steal.
Tehran to, well,
That'll be blocked by Lewis. Heads up play by Scott Lewis. But Portland will have the inbound under the basket.
Lewis is 6'6". Way out to Maniugu.
Coming down, dribble penetration.
Ballou fighting hard underneath.
A good rebound
Pedro.
by Fonseca. Heads up play, but it won't fall.
And he gets fouled.
First foul of the game on South Portland, number 34, Scott Lewis.
Scott Lewis will pick up the first foul of the game. We'll see Fonseca.
We thought he'd be at the
He will not be
line.
going to the line. We'll say it's a foul on the floor before the shot.
The cut comes in, and he avoids the travel by dropping the ball. A little trouble getting the handle on it there, and now Moss has it. And he's going to be double and triple teamed tonight.
I'm sure they're going to swing help side off that zone, but he can use the basket as a little pick.
Oh, my
Nice
goodness.
lay in.
If we did have replay on Channel 3, we'd show that to you about 3 more times. And again, that looked like, mostly ball, but tightly called here tonight. And Noah Malone will be at the line shooting 2 with a chance to get the Riots on the board as they're behind 5-0 here with 5:44 left in the first quarter. And they do get on the board. We anticipate championship level basketball here.
Both teams in senior leadership, including Malone.
In free throws, Malone.
Coach Millington and Coach Russo are friends. They know each other well.
South Portland extending that 3-2 matchup zone here a little bit. Portland trying to use the extra wide court to spread it out and create some openings.
Pedro cuts through. Moss for 3. This time, no.
And that'll be Portland ball.
Yeah, Pedro, got his arm out and had it go off of Lewis.
Good fight inside by Fonseca. I feel like we've said that about 1,000 times. The game's only 3 minutes old.
What's interesting is that the girls' game had 3 refs. The boys' game only has 2.
Well, and a lot of that is coach preference. Both coaches, Russo and Millington, would probably prefer a loosely called game as Malone misses the layup.
Oh, look at Pedro handle that ball, avoiding the steal by Coyne. Teron up, and he gets fouled.
He just kind of hung in the air. I think he knew the contact was coming. And he drew the foul from Coyne. Really, if he'd released that ball where he normally does in his jump, may have got the contact after the shot and got a foul on the floor, but instead, Moss hanging up there, looking to put up his 6th and 7th points of the game.
Here comes Ben Fisher for Trey Ballou. Pedro gets that rebound. Oh, Fisher, what a move!
Nice fight by Ben Fisher. And Coach Kevin Millington is going to want to talk.
8-2 is the score. The Dogs in front. We're back here, folks. Quick timeout. Whoa.
All right idea. Manny Yugu trying to jump passing lane. Straight up inside. That'll be Portland ball.
Ben Fisher is in there scrapping, and he wanted that call, and he got it.
And Fisher is the kind of player, Steve, that, and if you remember a couple of years ago, Ben Griffin could come in and spell Charlie Lyle. He could really be key for Portland going forward. A big guy who can fight inside, battle on the boards, and really just kind of hold steady while getting Trey Ballou a break.
He's actually trying to post up, and he's really getting mauled underneath there by Lewis and Malone.
And Moss will pull it out.
8-2 is the score. The Dogs with a 6-point lead. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Fall away. Pedro out.
Portland High out with the press. Good deflection, the recovery by Yugu.
Pushed down quickly by Manny. Teron for 3.
Long range, but a foot behind the three-point line.
But also
NBA three-point line.
Yeah, and here's Connor Buckley. But unselfish play, gets his own rebound. Unselfish play by Griffin Foley, who had the open 3. Tried to dish it off to Teron, who wanted the ball.
Good fight inside by Noah Malone to earn 2 points.
He's got all of South Portland's points. 8-4. Oh, what a pass. No-look pass, and Fisher in.
Great look.
Griffin Foley, what a pass. And now on the break, though, and a brilliant shot there by Malone. He's got 6 points, and the score is 10-6. This crowd will not be disappointed, folks, it looks like, tonight. Yugu, Both teams a little bit wild there on that.
And we're going to have a travel. South Portland's 4th turnover of the game. And Coach Russo is going to take a 30-second timeout.
10-6 is the score. 2:19 left in the first quarter.
It will be Moss attacking that matchup zone. Simon Chadbourne checking in. No doubt he will be shadowed. And South Portland appears to have adapted, keeping Riley Hassan right on Chadbourne.
So Fonseca just comes in and goes right down the middle and in.
Good press break by the Red Riots.
The rebound will come to Chadbourne. Moss dribbles through traffic. Fisher. Oops, stripped.
And a good hustle by Fisher to get the back tip with the jump ball, Portland ball. Excellent hustle play by Ben Fisher. He had the ball taken away, stuck with the play, bolted down the court, and got a hand on it.
Yeah, great minutes for Ben Fisher. He gets a hand from the bench, from the coaches, Coach Giordano and Coach Russo there, Coach Rogers and Coach Carmine. Rumo as well.
We can't leave off Mr. Rumo. Coin inside trying to grab that rebound. Just kind of squirted away.
So Lewis is back in now as number 24. I don't see on the roster, but let's see if... no, not on the roster for South Portland, so whoever it is.
It could be uniform number change. We'll try to find out for you.
In the corner is Chadbourne. Why not? 15-6 is the score. It's a 9-point dog lead. High off the glass. Moss with the rebound. 28 seconds. Plenty of time. Chadbourne. Oh.
Portland will pull it up. Play for one. 15 seconds on the clock. Be probably Moss going one-on-one here. Oh, and he follows his own shot, gets the tip in.
8th point for Teron Moss in the first quarter. 17-6 Dogs in front. So courtesy of Mike Hoffer and Frank Myatt, number 24 is Shippen Savage, who was on our schedule here, our roster as number 40.
The beauty of wireless communication. And Malone not happy he couldn't finish that layup. Foul be on Teron Moss, the reach. Be his first, Portland second. We'll see Noah Malone shooting 2. He hit both of his foul shots earlier, leading the way for the Red Riots.
Yeah, Malone is the only scorer for the Red Riots. Has all 7 of their points. Make it 8.
Of course, Teron Moss leading the way for Portland with 8.
Chadbourne.
A little back and forth, and just can't leave Teron Moss alone. I know you're worried about Chadbourne hitting the 3, but Moss can do that just as well.
Hassan with a football pass. Number 3 is Tyree Bajotka. Oh, Lewis.
Nice work by Lewis, not bringing the ball down, not allowing the smaller man to strip it, just keeping it high and put it back up.
It's a 10-point dog lead, 20-10. Minute into the second quarter. Connor Buckley set to check back in for the Riots. Oh, what a pass by Chadbourne! Hassan. That was a nice break, finished off.
Noah Malone with the layup. Of course, Malone, one of those players who's faced Portland in 2 consecutive state championship games.
Quinn Clark in for the Dogs, and that's going to be off of Bajotka. Here comes Connor Buckley in, and here comes Ben Fisher, Pedro Fonseca, and Manny Ugu for Chadbourne, Clark, and Ballou.
Coach Russo going back to Fisher early. Portland will pull it out.
Inside is
good
Fisher.
look. And patience paid off. He had the wide open look, brought it down for a shot fake, and still laid it in.
6th point for Ben Fisher, 22-12. It's a 10-point dog lead. 5:48 left in the first half. Way downtown is Malone, and he hits it. Goodness gracious, this Noah Malone is a giant.
Well, Noah Malone certainly has something to prove, and he's doing it here tonight so far.
Manny, hang time.
Beautiful little jumper by Manny Ugu.
Connor Buckley now. And Fonseca with the rebound. You could just kind of tell that Hassan must be one of the leaders in assists. Oh, what a move.
Oh, just keeping his feet in on the rebound.
Moss for the NBA three. It doesn't fall. Oop.
We're going to have an offensive foul, or we're going to have a block.
Travel.
We'll have a travel. Sixth Red Riot turnover.
It's hard to look down, to see anything because you're going to miss something.
Very fast-paced game so far here.
Jacob Milton checks in for the Red Riots as Liam Coyne will take a breather. 24-15 is the score.
Milton, a junior, standing 6 foot at the guard position. Oh, Moss, great baseline drive.
And Hassan with the rebound.
Good hustle by Manny Ugu to get back and knock it out of Jacob Milton's hands. Little back tip, heads up play that just takes a little bit of hustle, and obviously Manny Ugu's speed.
Well, we've had the opportunity to watch Riley Hassan play for several years as well, and he has been a treat to watch, a 6'4" senior. Malone from downtown. Pedro with the rebound.
Portland, good motion using high and low post.
Manny up. Hassan with another rebound. And another feed.
And we're going to have a foul on Chadbourne as he and Buckley collide in the air. Chadbourne's first foul, only Portland's third, is what we could probably call defensive pass interference.
3 on the team.
Connor Buckley, nice spin move, very quick player.
It was Buckley torching the Bulldogs for 22 points in the home loss to the Red Riots last year. Coin shot no good.
Ugu with the rebound, quickly gets it down the other side. Chadbourne outside, he's not going to let him have that shot. He goes behind his back to Manny Ugu. Ugu drives in and just takes it home.
Pirouetting like a ballerina in there, Steve.
26-15, 11-point Dogs lead. 3:03 left in the first half, and there is Malone. I've not seen the likes of this.
Has an answer.
Of South Portland's 17 points, 15 are Malone's. Fisher.
And Fisher will be fouled. I'll see who the call's on. Could be Hassan, could be Buckley, it will be Hassan.
Seems like Ben Fisher really has great court sense, you know.
Veteran player, a senior, someone who, as we said earlier, Coach Russo may lean on for big minutes in a big game. And he's certainly showing his basketball IQ here.
Griffin Foley comes in for Simon Chadbourne.
Deflection will stay South Portland ball. Portland showing extended man-to-man.
Number 15 is Jacob Milton. Manny Ugo. He's been skying up there for rebounds tonight. Pedro for all the way around.
Skip pass, didn't quite have the open look. Oh, beautiful look by Moss, but Fisher can't finish it. Second chance.
Fisher. Oh,
offensive foul. Every time he set up, got the contact, and went down.
So 2 fouls for Teron Moss here with 1:57 left in the first half. 10-point Dogs lead right now, and he'll stay in. Wow.
Well, Fonseca tried to set up for the charge. No call there. And Pedro's a little shaken up.
How is that not a charge?
Well, he didn't really have his feet set when he slid in. Really, the call goes down to who initiates the contact. And the officials may have said that Fonseca just really tried to get himself in there and try to draw it, which they're not obliged to call when it's drawn.
Ben Fisher will take a breather. Some great minutes for Portland, and now Quinn Clark will check in.
Clark replacing Teron Moss. Coach Russo trying to get the last 2 minutes of the half. Chance to get Moss off the floor without picking up a cheap third foul. Oh, backdoor cut isn't there.
Pedro feeds Hugo.
Oh, blocked from behind by Hassan.
And banked home by Liam Coyne for 2. Only the third Riot to score a point in this game. 1:15 left here in the first half. 27-19. Quinn Clark.
And Clark's got to get it out of his hands. Fadeaway just rolls it in.
He wanted that. He took it and he got it. Trey Ballou, a block. Pedro for 3. Doesn't fall. There are 3 Dogs there, and Pedro follows his own shot.
Good heads-up move by Pedro. See how it came off the rim.
31-19. Foul's going to be called on, well, we'll see.
I think it'll be on
Trey Ballou.
It is Ballou.
It just seemed that the way that Hassan was flailing around with his elbows to get possession of that ball, that it could have been a different scenario. But 31-19 is the score. And Hugo steals it. Clark, no look to Griffin Foley. Jump ball.
Should be South Portland on the arrow. No, it should be Portland on the arrow, that is.
.8 seconds. left in the half.
And pull it out, 5 seconds of the clock, high screen.
Hugo. That'll be the end of it. Oh,
Malone
31
threw it, so why wouldn't it go in?
That's right. 31-19 is the score. The Dogs are in command at halftime. So joined by Mike Hoffer here at the half. We had a little difficulty with the microphone, so Frank Myatt has graciously allowed us to do a little bit of halftime wrap-up here. The Dogs are leading by 12. It was the same score, only in the reverse for the earlier girls' game. Tonight, Noah Malone, the leading scorer, averaging 16 points a game for the Riots. He's got 15 in the first half.
Yeah, he's more than almost already at his average, and it's a good thing for South Portland that he's scoring because no one else is really stepping up. Malone has kept them at least within hailing distance, but the most impressive thing about Portland is it's a different guy every game. I mean, how many people thought Ben Fisher would be a difference maker tonight outside of maybe Coach Russo and Ben Fisher? But he's come off the bench. Everyone expects Teron Moss to do what he does. Manny Hugo with a couple of big baskets. Pedro Fonseca playing like an absolute monster on the glass. All the little things that add up to this team being unbeatable. And, so far so good. They're halfway on their way to another victory.
Folks, Teron Moss has 11 points. He was really lights out, especially in the first quarter. Right. He's got 2 threes tonight. Simon Chadbourne came in, hit a timely 3, and as you said, Pedro Fonseca, 7 rebounds so far.
Right, and most of those coming off the offensive glass as extra possessions, and Portland getting out and running, forcing turnovers, and just whatever needs to be done, they find a way to do it, and that's just the hallmark of a championship team.
We're going to bring you second half action in a moment. The Dogs are up 31-19. We're back after halftime. Joined again by Frank Myatt. Riley Hassan as the Riots will have possession here. See what Coach Millington has up his sleeve. Ugu. Skies to get that. Teron is going to try to start the second half as he did the first.
Good little contact inside. Officials nicely calling the game relatively loose here. Will stay South Portland ball.
Boy, South Portland is not afraid to make that long pass.
Not at all. I think they've been burned so many times by Portland that they figure why not give it a shot themselves. Portland showing 2-3 zone here. South Portland try to get into the gaps right around the foul line and below the block.
Lewis inside.
Nice drive out of the four-hold. He'll get the basket and the foul.
I think that'll be on Ballou, and it is. That'll be Trey's second foul. Connor Buckley has been held to no points. He is the second leading scorer on South Portland. Liam Coyne to 2. He is the third leading scorer. So 31-22 now, and the three-point play by Scott Lewis.
Lewis, a 6'6" forward. He tried to use his long arms in that matchup zone. South Portland, great team size.
Pedro finds Manny. A little too far downtown, but Teron comes up with the rebound. Finds Manny. Pedro. Here's Manny inside, and
he'll be fouled. Good use of the shot fake. Get the defender off his feet, come down, go back up, and draw the foul. Be Hassan's second foul, South Portland's first of the second half. As we'll see Ugu shooting 2.
Looked like Ugu was in the paint for quite a bit there, but there was no call. His 5th point of the game, Manny. He came on strong and led all scorers in Sanford. Mike Hoffer said at halftime, it's always somebody who steps up for the Dogs.
Good press break by South Portland. He had the layup, but good hustle by Ugu. South Portland turns it over.
Yeah, And that's well, it might be off of the South Portland player's foot.
And it will be.
That was
Officials getting together, a little quick eye contact.
was
Get the call right.
steal by Griffin Foley. Foley no points tonight, but certainly a factor in this game. A nice feed to Tehran. Tehran draws the foul.
That foul will be on number 11, Liam Coyne, I believe.
Yep, that'll be his second.
South Portland second. As we'll see Tehran Moss going to the line. 11 points on the night so far, looking to add to his total.
It would be his first points of the second half. (33-22). 34-22 as Tehran gets his 12th point. Trap. Broken. Lewis.
Good work over the top.
To Malone.
Malone finishing. Noah Malone continuing his strong night. Cuts the lead to 10.
His 17th point. Coach Russo was under the weather in Sanford, and Coach Giordano led the team in coaching it to victory. Tonight, it's good to see him back. Coach Russo.
Oh, nice block by Lewis. Oh, and Lewis was sitting on Tehran Moss's back, and he'll finally get the whistle. Good box out work by Tehran Moss to get underneath the big guy. Lewis trying to reach for that rebound, ends up sitting on Moss. He'll be called for the foul. Really more on his back than over his back.
Trey Ballou for three. Well, Hassan in the stands, as always.
I don't think we've ever seen that before, have we, Steve? Jumping tables, going through benches. Luckily, the water coolers were okay.
So Pedro's going to take the ball in here. Trey Ballou had 3 3-pointers for some of his 17 points in Sanford in the last game. Going to be a turnover. I've lost track, but what do you have, Frank, for turnovers?
I have South Portland with 11, Portland with 6.
Hassan skies up.
And we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Chadbourne on the rebound. And it will be Chadbourne, his second. Portland's second of the half. His dog still sitting in 2-3 zone. Blue coming up high to play Lewis. Leaving quite the gap underneath.
In the corner for three, Liam Coyne.
South Portland creeping back in, and Coach Russo is going to want to talk.
34-27, 4:50 left in the third quarter. Pedro and Tehran.
South Portland still sitting in matchup zone. Passing players off and rotating the defense to guard the player nearest your area. So we'll have a hand check foul. It'll be on Buckley. Connor Buckley's first foul of the game. And Steve, the matchup zone relies so heavily on deflections and using particularly long arms to create those deflections. The defense popularized by Bob Brown in his long career at South Portland, Edward Whittle, Chevers, and Bonnie Eagle. As well as Mike Francoeur, currently at Bonnie Eagle. Moss will go to the line again.
That'll be on Liam Coyne. I'm not sure. I thought it was his third, but
I have 3, but As I've said many times, if Peter Gribbon says it, I believe it. A couple rolling out so far.
Thank you, Ron Moss.
13th point for Tehran, 35-27. Lewis inside, outside to Buckley.
Roll won't go. Here's Moss. Portland can't quite reverse. South Portland kind of pulling their help side defense over towards Chadbourne.
So some good defense here by the Riots right now, but there's Pedro for three, and it's over everything.
On line, just a little strong.
Malone feeds Hassan. Nice move behind his back. Connor Buckley for three, in and out. Nice rebound for Coyne.
Be a Portland steal.
Stop fall for Quinn.
Quinn Clark falling away on that. And losing a little bit of power when you fade from the basket.
So Tyree Bajotka is in for South Portland now.
Portland back to man-to-man.
Buckley. The rebound will come to Malone.
And Malone will be shooting too. Foul will be on Fonseca, his second.
No Malone. Only 2-2.
I was talking to Mike Hoffer at the half, Steve, before he came on with you, and he was saying that Noah Malone really no more as a shooter. And tonight really kind of taking the ball to the basket, being able to create his own shot, and really open things up for this South Portland team, who, aside from Malone, not really hitting very much.
He has kept them in this game practically single-handedly, certainly with his scoring. 35-28 is the score. Malone also with a rebound. Joka.
Malone's seventh rebound by my count. Why not? Don't look now, but it's a 5-point lead for Portland. The Red Riots really cutting into that lead in this third quarter.
So Tehran went up hard, a little too hard as the ball.
And Steve, just looking at my sheet here, Portland has yet to score a field goal in this half. All points have been off foul shots.
Not sure who's, that may have been Liam Coyne's third foul. Tehran hits that.
South Portland's sixth team foul, which means the next defensive foul will lead to Portland foul shots, regardless of shooting.
Pedro follows. And again. Oh. Wow. A little action there on the corner.
Deflections and recoveries.
Buckley cutting in. Tight defense there by Simon Chadbourne.
Oh, nice dribble by Coyne, and he'll be fouled. That'll be Chadbourne's third. Portland's fourth team foul. You see the official having a word with Teron Moss and Liam Coyne, who were kind of going at it a little bit after that foul.
Coyne brings the Red Riots to within 5. And Manny Ugu and Fisher will come in here as Foley had come out, Clark had come out. Milton back in now for the Red Riots. Griffin Foley on the floor.
So Portland really extending the defense now. Not even trying to pack it in. Portland looking to spread the floor here. Not a whole lot of motion out of the Bulldog offense.
Manny. Oh, pass to nowhere, unfortunately. Hassan. Whoop. Looked like steps. Not called. Joker for 3.
Bajoka just stepping in, inside out pass. 1 point Portland lead.
Fisher with a rebound.
And Ugu loses it. That'll be a Portland turnover. 8th Bulldog turnover of the night.
One-point lead here for the Dogs.
17-5 quarter so far for South Portland. As Portland is really on an offensive drought here.
And yeah, Toronto's fouled before the buzzer.
And we'll see. The official will go explain. I think they're going to call. Yep, I'll call the foul on Bajoka. And Moss will be shooting 1-1 all alone. So Portland will end the third quarter without a field goal. And we'll see if Moss can add 2 more free throws.
One out of 2. So it's 37-35. The Dogs have a 2-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. We're back here for fourth quarter action. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt here for WPPS TV3, bringing you Portland Bulldogs basketball all year long. Tonight, a doubleheader. We did the girls' game. It was exciting. And then we're now doing the boys' game here, and that was a little... Manny was a little off kilter there.
Nice. Come on, short bunny shot.
Coyne from way downtown.
Knocks it down.
Hits it. And he gives the Riots a 1-point lead.
We'll see what Portland does here. See if Coach Russo's requested that his players move around a little bit more on offense. Seemed very static in that third quarter.
Fisher and Chadbourne set to check in.
Of course, now the South Portland players, other than Noah Malone, are hitting shots.
Or at least taking shots, too. But Pedro comes up with another rebound.
And Ugu's going to be fouled as he fights for that rebound. Foul will go on Tyree Bajoka.
His second. Liam Coyne got up relatively slowly. He felt he was fouled. It's a 1 point Riots lead.
Key foul shots here for Yugo, even though it's early in the fourth quarter. Portland's offense just not clicking. They need every point they can get from the charity stripe.
Not that time. Joker gets the rebound. Milton inside to Hassan. Hugo with the rebound.
Oh, and he airmails it. Oh, luckily, fully able to control it for Portland. Now Fonseca will go to the line.
That'll be on Noel Malone, his first. He's not kept up his frenetic pace of the first half, but he's got 20.
And Steve, we have to go back to 35 seconds left in the first half with a Pedro Fonseca rebound putback to find Portland's last field goal.
As you suggest, it's been all foul shots here in the second half for the Dogs. Dogs take a timeout. It's tied with 6:12 left in regulation. So, Pedro Fonseca now at the line.
We'll see if Coach Russo dialed up something special off a make in the press department.
So he hits both of his foul shots.
South Portland just slices right through that press.
Oh my goodness. Finger roll doesn't fall. Tehran comes up with it. Quickly closing down the lane. South Portland on D. Fisher and Fonseca with their back to the hoop. Way downtown is Griffin Foley. There you go. His first points of the night, and how important they are. 42-38, 5:40 left in regulation.
Buckley all alone in the corner. Won't fall. Good scramble by Hassan. Stolen by Moss. And given right back.
Malone, keep your head.
South Portland's 13th turnover, Portland's 9th turnover.
Malone. Excuse me, that's Liam.
Coin with a nice little drive and floater there.
It's a 2-point Dogs lead. 42-40, 5 minutes left.
You hear the South Portland crowd getting into it a little bit.
Pedro.
Portland finally showing a little bit more motion on offense. Couple screens as Moss nets it. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
And uncharacteristically showing some emotion. Because he is so cool. He really is on the court.
And I didn't see who the foul was on there. Also haven't heard it announced.
But Tehran makes it a 3-point play. It's a 5-point Dogs lead. They're pressing.
Oh no, call a reach. Another blocking foul. It'll be on number 5, Pedro Fonseca. As Coach Russo doesn't agree. South Portland will go back. Portland showing full court man. Sometimes they will run and jump out of. Trying to find a ball carrier and trap.
Coin. Moss with the rebound. And stolen.
Moss was looking up, trying to get Chadbourne over the top. blocked by
ball.
Blue.
Oh, goodness. It's going to be stay South Portland's ball as went off of Ballew's hands there.
Very quiet night for Trey Blue. I only have him down for 2 blocks. No points, no rebounds by my count. So certainly someone Portland would like to see come alive here in the late going. This coin will be fouled. It'll be
Well, he went up.
Foley, number 20.
Went up with authority.
Coin rims that one out.
Gets 1 out of 2.
And we'll have a South Portland timeout.
So 3:47 left in regulation. 45-41 is the score. A 4-point Dogs lead. Tehran now. Bring it over half-court line. Pedro will bring it all the way in. I think that'll be Hassan. His third.
And it is.
Foul violation, Mr.
Fonseca hits another foul shot. Perfect from the line so far tonight.
And again. 4th point of the quarter. Break that press.
Good skips by South Portland. That'll be a travel. Turnover number 14 for Kevin Millington's team.
Ooh. Not the best pass in traffic. Oh, hard foul.
Coin really tangling feet there, and not malicious.
Because the better way to put it is the South Portland player Coin went down hard, but not a hard foul.
Coin having an excellent second half so far. 11 points by my count.
Might get 12. Tale of 2 stars, really, is Malone led the team in the first half in scoring, and Coin by a long shot the second half as he hits both ends of his foul shots. It's a 4-point lead, 47-43. There are 3 minutes left.
A nice backdoor cut by Foley.
And a great read there by Moss to get it to him.
I think they're going to avoid calling a foul on Fonseca there. The Portland crowd doesn't like it very much, but they may have actually gotten the better half of the deal.
Coin, he's feeling it, but so is Simon Chadbourne as he skies up for that rebound.
South Portland extending that defense. Chadbourne in the corner. Can't leave him open.
Unbelievable. Buckley matches. That's his first points of the game. 52-46, 2 minutes left. There are people leaving. Not yet. Maybe now. Chadbourne hits another three. 55-46.
Felt like it was only a matter of time, although here's Coyne with a wide open look, and he knocks it down.
Oh my goodness. 55-49, a minute and a half left here in this contest. Just about as exciting as it gets, folks. 55-49, a minute and a half left here, and the Dogs will have possession.
He's got to get it in. 5-second call, that'll be a Portland turnover. They're 12th.
You have to call timeout in a situation like that, it seems.
Coach Russo letting his team play through it. We'll have a kick. And inbound again.
No time off the clock. So you might have heard Hugo in for Baloo. No Malone.
And Buckley, step back.
Pedro. Another rebound. Well into double figures here. Whoa!
Ooh.
That was hard.
Quite the collision there. Hassan and Yugu, two players who play at 100 miles an hour all the time. And Coach Russo will take a timeout.
Okay, folks, we're back, and Griffin Foley can take the ball in here. Manny.
South Portland's going to foul. It'll be on Malone. Malone second. South Portland over the limit, so Moss will be shooting two. Drains the first.
In the second, 57-49. What a move by Malone.
Foul will be on Yugu.
His first.
Malone looking to add to his already impressive night.
Brings the Riots to within 7. A minute left. Within 6. 2 3-pointers away from
South Portland fouling early. Not letting Moss slice through that press. As we'll see Coyne check in for Buckley. South Portland going small. We expect possibly putting some shooters out on the floor.
Nails them. 8-point lead here with 55 seconds left. Malone is going to go through.
And he'll be fouled.
I think Pedro.
It'll be Fonseca's fourth.
Pedro's had a monster game tonight on the boards for the Dogs.
We see Malone again at the line.
Here comes Manny catching the ball. Fouled by Majoka.
Yugu hits the first.
60-52, an 8-point lead, 47.7 seconds left. Look at a 9-point lead. Coin a little wild there, and it's stolen by Yugo.
And South Portland still foul here, 9-point deficit. As Moss will go down for yet more foul shots.
Line Moss at the line.
Moss with 22 points so far. Of course, the last time that South Portland saw a Moss wearing number 4 was in that epic double overtime game for the state championship that we witnessed 2 years ago at the Cumberland County Civic Center.
Tehran will take a seat. Quinn Clark will come in.
And Malone will be fouled by Fonseca.
And that will be it. I think that'll be it for Fonseca. I could be wrong.
And it is his 5th as official timer Dave Lavasser rings the horn. We'll see number 2, Griffin Buckley, checking in for the game, checking the game for Portland. So now we've had both Buckleys on the court.
Malone hits yet again.
Have a little discussion here at the clock. Maybe a discrepancy in no, Coach Millington not too pleased though. Stay South Portland ball.
(61:53), half a minute left. Stolen by Chadbourne. Foley.
So we'll see Foley march down to the foul line.
Griffin Foley now at the line. He's had a nice fourth quarter here. That's his 6th point and his 6th point of the game, but important minutes here for Griffin Foley to help the team.
Violation there as he doesn't hit anything. But I would say, Steve, no shot more important tonight than Griffin Foley's corner 3. That was the first field goal of the second half. It really kind of woke the Bulldogs up, shocked them back to life, and they've played relatively well ever since. And as Coach Millington calls out no foul, that'll wind us down.
That'll do it, folks. The Portland Bulldogs with a nice win tonight.
Good work. Thank you for keeping us to the run along. They made half the truck in the first half.
So, Frank, a resounding win tonight for the Dogs, a 9-point victory, 62-53, on the strength of 22 points from Teron Moss. They spread it out otherwise. He's the only player in double figures, second leading scorer in the game. Pedro Fonseca had 8 points. Manny Hugo had 8. Ben Fisher came in the first half and had 7 points. Griffin Foley, a very important 6 points in the fourth quarter. And Simon Chadbourne had 9 points on the strength of 2 threes, and it was really exciting to see him trade those threes with Connor Buckley and Liam Coyne for the Red Riots. The Red Riots were led by Noah Malone, their leading scorer. He had 24 points tonight, way above his average. Liam Coyne was second with 18 points. Nobody else really for the Riots did very much, and that is a testament to the strengths of the Dogs' defense.
Exactly, Steve. A lot of deflections for Portland, some recoveries, steals, creating turnovers, and really overall hustle by the team. We saw Pedro Fonseca pull down 11 rebounds tonight, and he's not one of the biggest guys in the court. Teron Moss chipping in with 6 rebounds, a slew of steals. But I would say that, as well as good a game as we saw, these teams are guaranteed to meet one more time. As we've seen the last 2 years, there's a potential for them to meet a third time. And I would say that each time they've played, we've seen 2 different teams on the court, even within the same season. So I'd expect Coach Russo to come back, analyze what he has, Coach Millington to do the same, and they'll really adapt somewhat for each other, but also just down the stretch, try to throw some wrinkles in as we head into late January and towards the tournament.
Well, folks, the Dogs will go to 9-0 tonight. We're going to be in Scarborough on Saturday. We'll be in Lewiston on Martin Luther King evening as well. Those are the Dogs' next 2 games. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, and for Mike Hoffman, the forecaster, and Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports, saying so long from the Portland Expo, where the Portland Bulldogs are victorious once again. Good night.